Let's see here. Let's see if everything looks good. I think everything looks good. Let's see this audio here. Let's see this audio here. Let's see this audio here. Yeah, audio sounds good. Sorry about that. I, for whatever reason, just had a loss of internet connection. I don't know what happened there. I just, out of nowhere, just lost internet connection. And then after like a minute, it came right back. Don't know what happened there at all. That was kind of weird. So, we're going to continue off where we left off in the stream with this live stream, and then we'll comment more on it. This so far, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but let's see what they got left to say here.
也更多一些。首先想为大家带来的是主线的消息。25年，铁道会在游戏内做更多内容尝试，比如其中一项就是动画进主线。
哦，是说像飞光啊、永劫轮舞啊这样的短片，以后有机会在游戏内看到吗？
是的。举个最近的例子，近期我们会发布一段有关霞蝶和艾地里亚的短片，而在3.2版本上线后，大家会发现它其实是主线的一个片段，与开拓任务密切关联。以往短片都是独立成章，所以内容大多数都是人物过往或者外传。但随着主线推进，我们希望能用更多形式演绎故事的重要情节。浅浅预告一下，也许在未来的某个版本还会出现不能提前发布，只能在版更当天才能公开。
哦，那一定是关联非常密切的情节了。
除了动画，像是千星纪游这一类的 PV 也会承担更重要的使命。今年是铁道上线2周年，算算时间，咱们的开拓任务也走到第1阶段的转折点了。
转折点，好不妙的说法呀！我就知道开拓之旅不会是简单的公路片。
线索很快就会出现，3.3到3.4版本会有一条特别的千星纪游，它同样和主线强相关，大家会在其中看见一些老朋友的近况，而他们会被某件事串联在一起。而这趟群星之旅的主要目标和埋藏在温法罗斯这个世界的秘密也将同时揭开帷幕。
哦，难怪说温法罗斯会分为上下2部，果然这一战还是和银河息息相关的。
嘿，这我就不知道了。但或许可能不止银河，列车组2位最重要的伙伴3月7和丹恒也会在这一年向前走出许多呢。和他们一样，随着大主线进入更深的阶段，会有更多支线需要回收，会有更多新老角色要走上舞台，铁道的剧情体量也将再上一个台阶。最后还有一则讯息想带给各位。
OK。
就像先前提到的，铁道主线往往是提前1年以上进行筹备，不确定性大，难免会留下一些缺憾。其中之一就是匹诺康尼，受限于当时的剧情体量，原案中的部分故事线没能完全落地，而上线后，我们也看到玩家为这些内容的留白感到了遗憾。我们也觉得这部分缺失是很难用普通的开拓序文或后日谈来补全的，所以铁道今年会做一次新的尝试，在3.8这一个版本，我们将上线周末任务《记忆是梦》的开场白。
周末任务，而且再加上这个标题和这个类别摆在一起的话，总感觉信息量非常大呀。
开拓者们可以将其视作对匹诺康尼主线的一种补完。在某位焚化工的帮助下，那场遗产争夺战中不为人知的有关星河猎手公司、假面愚者等派系的另一条故事线和这个不眠之夜真正的结局将浮出记忆的水面。
哦，的确是有不少值得期待的东西呢。那么好的。崩坏星通铁道3.2版本前瞻特别节目到此就要结束了，非常感谢开拓者的观看。
我们再次祝开拓者2周年快乐
！2周年快乐！
感谢开拓者的一路相伴，愿你每天开心。
愿此行终抵群星，拜拜。
And that's. I'm going to go back and look at one more thing.
哦，是说像飞光啊、永劫轮舞啊这样的短片，以后有机会在游戏内。
25年，铁道会在游戏内做更多
more
内容
in-game
尝试，比如其
content.
中一项就是
For example, one of the initiatives incorporating
其中一项就是动画进主线。
into the main
是说像
storyline,
飞光
like those
啊、勇
animated
者轮舞
shorts.
啊这样的短片，以后有机会在游戏内看到吗？
是的，举个最近的例子，
We'll be releasing a short video about Castorus and Adonia
近期我们
soon.
会发布一段有关霞蝶和艾地里亚的短片，而在3.2版本上
And
线
after
后，
version 3.2 goes
大家会发
live,
现它
you'll discover that it's actually a segment of the main storyline. All right, so this actually is kind of good. It's adding more animated stuff to the actual story. So this I think is good. But I'll kind of go on a brief topic. The anniversary stuff is good. 30 free pulls, mixing up how the banners work, yada yada yada. The anniversary stuff overall is good. But the whole character buff stuff is so dumb. Like, I see other games that are able to do like quick patch updates, or at the very least, go ahead and say, hey, this is what we're going to do for the next big update. And they get it done. Again, and this is why I can't give Hoyoverse a pass. You are a fucking multi-billion-dollar company. You have the resources, you have the people to go in and do these updates. And more importantly, and this is the big thing, we're just talking. In some cases, I think Seal is a character that just needs a fucking rework. But in a lot of these other characters, they just need a damage number update. Not all that is literally going into the file of the character and deleting a number and then typing in a bigger number. I can't give it a pass. 3.2 should be the update you're doing these buffs for characters. It's so stupid. Let me see if there's another person live.
But let's see. Mysterious package, which kicked off an interstellar journey. We've received another package. Wow. This is very cool. Big fan. Planar Fisher 30%, 300%. Not 30%, 300%. Let's see the shop thing. Let's scroll until we get to it. I want to read more. So basically, limited 5-star characters, Roman Locha, and their light cones. Holy shit. Hold on.
Like, the shop stuff sounds good. I'll give them that. But that's kind of in the anniversary stuff. A lot of anniversary stuff's good.
3.2 to 3.4. So we know for a fact these two characters are probably in there for 3.2 to 3.4. If I had to guess. So I said we know for a fact, and I said if we had to guess. Choose your fighter. Trailblazers can now choose which 7 non-featured 5-star characters appear in character warps. This is really fucking good. This is really fucking good. I think a lot of people don't understand how fucking good this is. I know the characters that are in there are not the best, but this conceptually is very good. Also, Fushuan is good. You should put Fushuan in there. If you don't have Fushuan in there, put Fushuan in there 100%.
I agree.
Express crew. Wait, hold on. Was that it? I feel like they didn't actually have more details. They didn't actually have more details. Here, dude, I'm hesitant to tell anyone to save this. Because what if they could use this at a future time.
I think Fushuan will be a great character to pick up. Fushuan is definitely a character that you want to put in there as a character that you'll lose your 50-50 to. I agree with Fushuan definitely being one of those picks. Blade, I think, is fine. Sela is garbage. So I would definitely just like take out I would take out Yang Qing. Hold on a second, guys. Give me just a second. Yeah, I would take out Yangqing, and then I would also take out Japard. Yeah, because you're going to be putting in Fushuan. I'll take out Yangqing and Japard, and then put in Blade and Fushuan. And then, like you kind of just pointed out, if you get Fushuan dupes, that's a win. So that would definitely be the go-to. But I'm kind of right now feeling mixed, and I'm feeling very mixed about this update.
Characters in the shop. They could, or they could make an entirely new currency, and this could be useless.
And here's the other thing, what he's kind of touching on with this currency is that, yes, it's good, but only whales are going to give a shit about that currency. Because only whales are going to have max constellations on 5 stars. Unless you are that one person that throughout the time of this game, you've been constantly losing 50-50s and getting consistently the same, losing your 50-50 to the same character. And there's only like one character I have a lot of constellations for, and I still don't have him E6, and that's Welt. I think my Welt's E4. I think my Clara, and my Clara I think is E3 or E4.
It's a gamble, chat. You guys gamblers? You guys like taking chances? Oh, guys, did we fix the code?
Oh, by long term, it's super long term.
That should be the code. I fixed it. Hold on.
Yeah, I agree. I fucking agree.
Actually. Hold on. I think I sent the wrong one in chat. That's insane.
Let's see what else Brax has to say.
How to obtain Golden Companion Spirit. Participate in the event. Participate in the other event. Participate in the event. Okay. You can either get...
Did he go over his initial thoughts of the update, though?
In which case, I think that you should hold it if you have both of these characters.
I will definitely go for Ruan Mei as my
right, hold on.
my pick. An E1 Ruan Mei will be so nice. Because I didn't think of that actually. Where I already have both Luocha and Ruan Mei. Yeah, I'm definitely going easy choice. E1 Ruan Mei, because if I remember correctly, her E1 does a defense reduction on enemies, which would be fucking great. I already have E1 Luocha, and in a dot comp, E1 Luocha is all right because you're buffing attack. But other than that,
Okay, so anniversary special, limited time only. First top up, double bonus reset. Of course, you know, we have to be able to swipe more. And then okay, you can earn limited time event, collecting Oniric shards to unlock. Yes, collecting Oniric shards. Not purchasing, collecting, guys. Make sure to collect Oniric shards. Don't worry, guys. It's not buying, it's collecting. If you spend $100, it's collecting them.
Because they're not going to outright say what you're going to have to do because they don't. They want to color the language a little bit to make it sound better.
You can earn rewards by
it's like when they say top up.
Display set, Golden Companion Spirit ×1, which will help you pick a character, Lyco Memory Shard ×4, and more. So yeah, it looks like you can probably potentially save it for other future characters. I don't feel like you need to spend it. I'll include that in my video. I'll probably make a video about Luocha versus Ruan Mei. I think it's pretty obvious who you should choose. But let's see. mysterious package, which kicked off an interstellar journey. We've received another package. Wow. This is very cool. Big fan. Planar Fisher 30%, 300%, not 30%, 300%. Let's see the
That'd be
shop
nice.
thing.
300% is nice.
Let's scroll until we get to it. I want to read more. So basically, limited 5-star characters, Roman Locha, and their light cones. Holy shit. Hold on. So Trailblazers can obtain 1 golden companion spirit, which can be used to redeem 1 5-star character for the store for free.
Yeah.
The
And
event will
Ruan
last
May all day,
3.2 to
every day.
3.4. So we know for a fact these 2 characters are probably in there for 3.2 to 3.4.
The only reason that they throw Luocha right there is if you want to use Luocha with Casterus. Because Luocha combined with Casterus in that team comp is honestly really good. Because Casterus, with her intrinsic ability, basically fixes the problem that Luocha has. Which is basically Luocha can't stop you from getting one shot. That's Luocha's biggest weakness. If you get one shot, you're done. But with Casterus, she will stop you from getting one shot, and then Luocha can do what he does great, which is heal nonstop nonstop. And yeah, Gallagher is the same. So if you have a good Gallagher, you can possibly skip Luocha and go Ruan May. But if you do have Luocha, it's still really nice too. It's just the only difference here is that with Gallagher, you're going to be using Gallagher in your Super Break team. With Luocha, you'll be using Luocha in any other scenario. But if you're not planning on running a Super Break team on your like second half, like if we're talking MOC, then yeah, you could definitely run Gallagher with Casterus and you'd be perfectly fine. So that's probably why Luocha's here. So that if you want to have Luocha with your Casterus team, that's there. But in any other scenario, pick Ruan May.
If I had to guess. So I said we know for a fact, and I said if we had to guess. Choose your fighter. Trailblazers can now choose which 7 non-featured 5-star characters appear in character warps. This is really fucking good. I think a lot of people don't understand how fucking good this is. I know the characters that are in there.
Oh, fuck. I forgot Bailu's there. God damn it. I would definitely still take out Yang Qing. Yang Qing for fucking Blade. And then just pick between Japard and Bailu for Fushuan. And then don't even bother with Sela.
Are not the best, but this conceptually is very good. Also, Fushuan is good. You should put Fushuan in there. If you don't have Fushuan in there, put Fushuan in there 100%. Express Crew. Wait, hold on. Was that it? I feel like they didn't actually have more details. In my opinion, this is worth it. If you're not already getting the Battle Pass, I don't think this changes too much, but it could be helpful. What we really need to see is like what light cones go into here next, because by the time you get 4 light cone memory shards, this shop might have changed. Or maybe it won't. Maybe it'll change next anniversary. But it takes 4 to get 1 light cone from the shop. Yeah, no, launch the light cone for...
Participate in the limited time event Cherished Recollection during 3.2. Gather a set amount of Oniric shards to claim 4 light cone memory shards. 1 light cone memory shard has been added to the Nameless Glory, so that's the battle pass. Unlock to reach certain blah, 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 when you purchase or upgrade to Nameless Metal, whatever that is. You'll receive an additional light cone memory shard, allowing you to obtain up to a total of 2 light cone memory shards. And then 1 will be free to play? Okay. So I guess what that means is you'll get 2, because I know Is the nameless medal another level of one will be free to play. So one will be free to play. One is a paid battle pass. And so you'll get 2 from the battle pass. And so what you're saying is every 2 battle passes, you will get a total of 4? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So basically, if you are a light spender and you buy the battle pass, you will get a 5-star light cone every 2 updates. And then if you're a free-to-play player, every 4 updates. All right, that's not bad. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not bad.
Link shot is good. So if you're already getting the battle pass, in my opinion, this is worth it. If you're not already getting the battle pass, I don't think this changes too much, but it could be helpful. What we really need to see is like what light cones go into here next, because by the time you get 4 light cone memory shards, this shot might have changed, or maybe it won't. Maybe
it's a potential. I think it's potentially could change
from the shop.
I think if you're a light spender and you're getting the battle pass, I don't think it will change. But I would be definitely concerned if you're a free-to-play player and you're not buying the battle pass, because there is a good chance that will change every 4 updates.
But yeah, it looks like,
or at least in that time frame,
to get it. I think, yeah. I don't think it means there won't be reruns. I do think it means that if there are reruns, there will be probably less frequent ones. I'll make a video on all of the new 5-star things to choose from. They're good. These are good buys if you're a content creator. Don't miss it. Game no matter what. I just want to make sure they make good decisions. But I am making a whole video about the caster's passive.
Yeah.
Yo, Brax, want to join a call? Sure. Yeah, put me in. Wait, Box, who are you talking to?
Dude, real quick, really quick, if we just ignore the free shit, like, let's be honest, free shit is cool, but if we just ignore that, did they fucking add any content that anyone gives a fuck about? Like, actual content?
No.
For the anniversary of your game?
It's story. Yeah. I mean, they just added story, which is like, I don't know. It's not really different from anything else they've been doing over the past while, right? Oh shit, Fob rated me. Yo, what's up, Fob?
Does Fob want to hop in here?
Yeah, Fob, you want to come? You want to come yap about the live stream, or are you going to bed?
He might just be sleeping.
Yeah, bro might go to bed.
No, this guy stays up till like 6 a.m. playing League of Legends, bro. He has time.
There's no shot. He's going to bed. All right, yo, thank you so much for the raid, Fob.
Wait, he said he's down to hop on for a minute.
Oh, he is?
Okay.
Oh, dope.
Wait.
Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. We're just talking about the HSR live stream.
Add friend. Bob.
I can kind of see what what Box is saying.
He's a fake friend. What the fuck? Can someone add him?
I agree. Free stuff is always cool.
Oh my God.
Free stuff is always great. But
He hates me.
I got you. Boom.
Okay.
Aside from story, Casterus, and the store changes, it is a little bit lacking in actual tangible content.
Like grinding League of Legends at like 7 a.m. like every single time.
That's probably so long ago though.
Yeah, and I quit for like 7-8 months now.
And now that we know that HSR is doubling down on the global passive, that is going to be something that people are going to have to
I'll probably
consider.
The world race. I haven't decided because like if I just really enjoy.
Well, what do you mean by but what is to add?
I realize, like, it just takes up too much time.
Elaborate.
Maybe you guys should all played those games and played the Isle.
Yeah.
Dude, bro, you already quit Honkai Star Rail for the Isle. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
I quit
You're an
all
Isle
gacha
streamer.
games for the
I
Isle.
think you meant to say dud. Did you say? Do you mean to say dud like with the DU?
Okay, so you were sponsored during your stream, so you know you how was the anniversary live stream?
Okay, I think
During my stream, my sponsor doesn't stipulate.
I think the story stuff will be good.
I know
I think Casterus will be interesting gameplay wise. Global passive is another thing,
I expected Dawei to show up.
but
I mean, bro, it's
aside from story,
like that's like the first time.
Casterus herself and
I think Anaxa is just absolutely
the store update.
animations. It feels
I do think that this update is going to be kind of lacking in actual
and then
content to keep people interested.
expecting like more events, but we're only 2.
Yeah, exactly. You pretty much hit the nail on the head there.
Content, right? Like they gave out free things, but there wasn't any actual content.
Yeah, so it was a little. I also felt I don't know something about the live stream felt like they were really rushing. They started talking really fast towards the end and just started like machine gunning.
they were trying to cover up the
They were
caster's
yapping
passive.
so much at the start.
Yeah, they did glaze over that. It
Yapped
seemed
about
like they
the
tried to
story
glaze over
the
that
whole
really
story
quick.
For like
That's what I'm
2
saying.
minutes,
That's so weird.
and then
That's
I
so
was just
weird.
like, "What are you doing?" They were just like, "Yeah, just we're not gonna add a skip button, but we'll just tell you the whole story right now."
Yeah, you
Exactly. I was bitching about I was bitching about that during the stream. Is that they just constantly lore dumped. Shut up, stop lore dumping, and get to the good shit. Like, you don't have to lore dump. That's what the fucking story in the game is for. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think the live stream was just I don't know for an anniversary live stream I expected a bit more, but I mean I'm still excited for Cypher. That isn't the patch.
That's next patch too.
Yeah.
It's
Bro,
next
also
patch.
they pushed back the balance patch thing where they're like buffing old characters.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Fuck, why is it taking them so
3.4.
long, dude? Like,
Bro, how does it take so long to buff characters? It's
Okay,
not
to be
that
fair,
hard.
They're stalling.
like I'd rather them take did a little bit longer and actually do it right than fucking just like
will they?
bandage something.
no, but it's
Will they,
been like
though?
Bro,
they announced
I-
that shit in 3.0. Like, there's no way it's taking that long, right?
And I like that that other dude said that. I know Fob is trying. I think Fob is trying to be optimistic and try to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I think there's something to be said for that. But I don't know. I don't know who the other guy is. It wasn't Box, but the other guy said what needed to be said. They announced this and a couple months ago, and he might have been right back in 3.0. It doesn't take 2-ish months to. I mean, if we were going to be generous, 2 months is enough time to get a balance patch ready for your game. It doesn't take that long. And again, like I said during the stream, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They have the resources, they have the funds, they have the ability to do this effectively. I don't like. Is everyone at Hoyoverse just standing around with their dicks in their hands? Because it's all you're doing is like with some characters. If they want to, all right. If they want to retain attention, they probably would retain attention if they were able to buff these characters so that these people, these players, the community will have their characters that they have on their accounts buffed and want to play the game with the characters that they pulled for in the past. Like, for example, Blade is a perfect character to buff when paired with Casterus. So the people that have Blade will be able to have a buffed blade to pair with their casters. And it, like I said, there's no, in my opinion, there is no excuse for why they pushed back the balance patch to 3.4. There's no excuse for it.
Might be
but
making a new
hear me
system,
out.
more
Like,
traces or something.
If they do it, if they do it at the pace you guys want, it's gonna be like Riot fucking games where they just do hotfix changes a champion, and then it goes from 48% win rate to 56, and then they're like, oh shit, we fucked up, and then they
Okay,
do it
but I'm gonna be
backwards
real.
again, and it's like,
Could it be worse?
Yo, what up? Yo, what up,
hey,
Lord?
Bogey.
Wait,
Oh, hey, what's up?
give me
Yeah,
like
what up?
1 second. I'm taking a piss. Feel free to continue, guys. Feel free to continue.
Okay.
Let me-
Oh yeah, I also
Yeah.
invited Ruby and Sweetly if either
can
one
we
of
all
join.
talk about how Mr. Poke did absolutely nothing worth a damn in Japan, didn't buy himself a watch,
True.
and just like,
What the fuck?
fuck this guy.
And you know what the worst part is? He's scheduled to come back. Only 1 week of in Japan to come back for this live stream.
That's personal.
All right,
Hey,
so
you're
do you guys
speaking
think?
to Roblox, dude. He's about to be a Roblox content creator.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna
made a
no
Roblox
diss you.
channel, bro. It's over. Honkai Star Rail.
Oh,
shit.
that's crazy.
Okay.
I miss box, man.
Yeah.
Yo, what do you guys
True,
think
I
the
miss him.
Do you think the Lolcha and Roan May covered up the casters passive enough or no?
Oh wait, pause. Yo, can we join the call real quick? How
What?
do I merge with you guys? Like
Wanna do
the
the
I'm not
merge with
live.
combined thingy.
Yeah, Fog's dead.
Yeah, hop
Oh, yeah.
on, bruh.
I just ended stream. It's 6 a.m. I haven't slept.
You
You
haven't
are
grinded
literally
enough, man.
calling right now. You just press one button and it's the exact same thing.
No, it's not, bro. I'm
You're
literally
not dedicated to your
I'm like
craft enough.
laying down on
Yo, I invited Box and Gen Z with Brex.
where I think you guys are all wrong, because I think you guys are all thinking as Americans.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Asia eats up pay for power for everything.
do.
This is why. And what is the majority audience for all these games?
Indies
You
people.
guys and all your thoughts are minorities, giga minorities. It is not relevant. Asia loves it. Honor of Kings literally is the most successful game in China. It is League of Legends where you could pay for skins to have more stats than other people.
Oh, wow.
True.
I didn't know
Like,
that.
I am aware of this.
And you have to also understand where this stems from, right? The work culture over there is to an extent where most normal people don't have much time to grind games. So they feel like the ability to pay for power stymies that issue of not having as much time, right? That's where that culture comes from. This is why their POV, this is why you don't see as much outrage on this in the Asia side. Meanwhile, like in the West side, they're all fucking having a mental, right? Like you guys played MMOs, right? What do you see always in Asian MMOs? Giga pay to win, but they're super successful in Asia, right? But what happens when that comes to America? Every American's like, this is way too pay to win.
Everyone gets pissed.
Right? Exactly. And it's a mental diff, right? This is a complete cultural mentality diff. And this is why I always think, like, as much as we and you guys might think all this, like, you have to also think on the other side, right? Why it's probably going to continue and why it's probably considered okay over there, you know?
Yeah. True. I mean, I totally agree. Maybe we should just start from the top since now everyone's in the call. Hey. what's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Holy shit, that's a
Hello.
Oh, we were talking about the whole Castress passive, but maybe we should just start from the top about everything about the Honkai Star live stream. So this was the anniversary live stream, which is obviously a huge deal. Every single game that has an anniversary live stream, you're expecting like free stuff, maybe cool future updates, all that kind of stuff. So maybe we should just start with the good of the patch, right? And then we can talk about what we think is bad about it.
Okay.
But I think most of us can agree, good free stuff. Let's see, 30
Free stuff is good. Free stuff is great.
Free 5-star between what were the two characters?
Lolcha,
it was
Roan
Ron May and
really
Lolcha,
strong characters.
Yeah, which I mean, those are probably not people's first choice, but hey, free stuff.
I'd argue Ruan May's a great pick. I'd argue Ruan May's a great pick.
That's a 5-star. So like,
I missed
ratio.
that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other good things. They said they're going to add more cutscenes to story. And
that's
also
good.
They're going to try and fill in the holes, I guess, of story that didn't quite hit. Starting in 3.8, they're going to
That's
add,
fine.
like, I guess, side stories to cover up some of the other stuff. And those are kind of the big things that are good, right? Oh, and when you lose 50-50, you can now select 3 of those characters that you would normally get to be what is it? Blade, Sela, and Fushuan.
And that's good too.
Did I cover everything?
I think that's the Annie stuff. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Wait, you mentioned the
And a total of 30 free pulls.
thingy, right? Between Rame,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob's sleepy.
Someone said that you could save the item for the next time there's characters in the store. I don't know if that's like a risky
Yeah, it doesn't
play.
expire.
It doesn't expire. You could wait until Ruame.
They're gonna add more characters in the store.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot. They're also adding that like dupe shop thing, kind of
Yeah,
like fake brand orders USOs.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
I think you can get some for free from story. But I mean, I'll just start from like the top and ask everyone's opinion, I guess, on this. I guess I'm just gonna start this discussion. I don't know why I am, but top
I love
left
Gacha
box.
Cast.
Bro,
Yeah, I'll be
the
Gacha.
Honkai Star
I'll be the
Rail guy,
Gacha
okay.
Cast guy. Okay, so box, you start. What did you think about the live stream? Just like give everyone's impressions.
Yeah, I think looking back now, like rewards are pretty good, but the content it seems like there's not actual like much gameplay going on. Like I like the PvP event. I think every time they do something like PvP events, I think that's always really fun. But they have like how much events? Like they had the damn, I can't really name any other ones, bro. It's I already forgot them. That one damn, fuck. Is that it?
Okay. Well, so basically, it didn't make that much of an impact on you. So
yeah, the other ones didn't really make too much of an impact. I forgot them already.
All right.
I think a
that's
very
fair.
big thing is the cutscenes thing. I think that's gonna be like huge because that's like I feel like one of the main problems of Honkai Star right now is that they have an absurdly long story, but like nothing to keep the players like interested in it, or like nothing to, you know, just keep them playing the story. It's just a
Totally understandable. Now, Sweetly, what do you think? You're up next.
I felt like they speed ran the last part really quickly. I was really
that's
and
not-
everybody was like, "Wait,
that's
is
what they
that
said
it?"
before.
And then in the last like 5 minutes, they
Oops.
like info dumped hard on everyone. I feel like they could have slowed down a little bit and like gone over what the things were. And then they barely touched on the Casterus passive that I know a lot.
Oh,
of
they
people
wanted to
were
glaze over that
probably
super quick.
pressing.
They did not want to talk about that.
They could have, but that means that they also know that it's not going to be received favorably in some regions, at least. I feel like they could have at least explained that. Like, is it a one-off thing? Is it just Casterus? Is it going to be like a thing for characters moving forward? Because I think a lot of people are also concerned.
And that's the big concern with it.
Are all the characters going to have global passives now?
I think the main reason they just like went like quickly over is because it's probably literally like not an issue in China.
It is kind of a small thing, I guess.
Yeah.
That could be if they're just casually mentioned it. And
Like,
then
I'm not gonna lie,
everyone
even if
accepted it.
all of the West rallied and like rioted, that like makes up for like what 20% of the player base or less. So
Do you wait? Do you really think like all of the West is like 20% of the player base? Is it that different?
Well, maybe 20% of the revenue.
Oh yeah, definitely less than 20% of the revenue.
I feel like there's a pretty big Western audience for this game. Maybe
I don't think so. I don't think you know how big China alone is.
Oh wait,
before you include the rest of Asia.
Wait, we can discuss this, but let's just go in order.
Yeah,
real
I
quick.
think the other thing that was interesting was it feels like they're like unleashing the power for people to swipe hard on this game. Like with the top up events and the fact that you can convert like every one golden like token can convert to 2 variable dice. Theoretically, if you're like a mega whale for the price of one 5-star, you can re-roll your relics once. Like you can technically go infinite with that. So like people would let's say, like,
And what Sweetie Lee's touching on is something I kind of said earlier, which is only whales or realistically, only whales are going to actually benefit from that whole gold die thing where you can basically save up enough to get a free 5-star. Literally only whales are going to benefit from that.
I think they do have a spending event or something that they're also doing during the anniversary. Like the more you spend, you get other free things along with it. So they're really promoting a lot of that. I think I would totally agree with that. Just like a lot of different systems related to money.
Yeah, so for people to spend, to incentivize people to swipe more on the game.
Yeah. Absolutely. I guess Brax, you're up next.
Am I? Oh, I thought I muted myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. So yeah, I know. I feel like what was the question again? I completely forgot.
Just your thoughts on the live stream and what they added, basically. Just
yeah, it's
anything
more or
you point
less
out.
the same thing plus anniversary rewards. Like nothing really changed.
I agree.
They did make some big announcements for the future of the game, which I think are cool, but you know, I think I would personally like to see like the anniversary, hey, this is changing now, not hey, this is changing in 4 patches. I think that the rewards that they announced were like really good actually. I think that this year hopefully people won't have like huge issues with it, because I personally feel like, you know, free Ron May or Locha or a free character whenever those characters rotate out is good. Even like E1 for Ron May and Locha are both like decent, right? So even if
especially again, Ruan May just wins
also,
every time.
Get an idol on. I think they said you get like another item to spend in the shop as well. I think changing out the standard banner, not standard banner, the 50/50 lost characters is really good too. I think the characters they have available for it aren't great, but hopefully that'll change in the future, and it won't just be like Zilla, Blade, and Fushuan. Yeah, I definitely notice what Sweetly was saying though. I think there's a lot of focus on monetizing the game right now, which feels, I mean, it's a gacha game, so at the end of the day, obviously they're gonna put like a ton of effort into like making as much money as possible. But it's strange that it kind of feels like there's been a whole shift in like the attitude of the game, and it's not even just HSR. Kind of all the Hoyoverse games I feel like recently have had this huge shift towards making a shit ton of money off the cash shop. And this event is like, it's like a spending event, which I know is pretty popular in China. I know that a lot of gacha games have like spending events where you get just like tons of bonuses for it. But this is, it kind of feels like they're trying to like be like, hey, this is a spending event, but like we're not going to call it that, right? We're just
yeah, of course they're not. Of course they're not going to call it that.
You know, you get an extra token.
Guys, double top up bonus. We're bringing it back. This is hype. Yeah, and then all these other kind of payment related things. That's true. Yeah, that's pretty much what Swilly was talking about as well, right?
Yeah. So I think, I don't know. Ultimately, I feel like the live stream itself, like if we ignore the caster's passive, I feel like it was fine. I think that anniversary rewards, which is the thing that a lot of people seem to be concerned with every year, are fine. I just really don't, again, I don't like the precedent of the caster's passive. And I also just don't really
I agree.
like that. Like, oh, we just got like story. There's no touching up on like any of the end game modes. There's no like, there's nothing like super revolutionary this patch.
Which is they addressed the buffs at least, because people were asking like, well, they mentioned buffing the older characters, and then we haven't heard back in like 2 patches. At least we got some solid like actual data or actual info that Blade, Kafka, Silverwolf, and Jingliu is getting buffed, and then 3.4.
Oh yeah,
so I guess that's something to look forward to see how like the precedent for how they're buffed. Like I guess we'll see.
Surely Silverwolf will be able to beat Anaxa, who had 7 debuffs at the same time. Surely he's gonna keep up.
7 weakness breaks.
I suppose we'll have to see.
Oh yeah, dude. I was super confused about the Anaxa stuff too, because I actually hadn't looked at any, I hadn't had any dreams or anything. I go in there and I'm like, why the fuck does that guy have 7 weaknesses?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
so that seems insane.
I guess next would be Fob.
Live stream was, I think it was just an average live stream, but for an anniversary live stream, it was disappointing because
I kind of agree. I'm mixed. I'll say I'm mixed on it when it comes to anniversary stuff.
I wonder why. I thought he always goes up to the anniversary.
He shows up for every anniversary.
Everyone, yeah.
He was so disappointed.
He doesn't need a. Oh my god, that's so busted.
I wonder why.
I missed
that.
I miss you.
Oh, he's showing at Pokey's house. That's why he couldn't show up.
Oh yeah, true, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that and what else? Yeah, I thought Anaxa's like abilities just didn't look as cool as Castorus's, which is understandable, right? Castorus is like a super focused character, but like I think they could have done my boy a little bit more on the special effects department. I mean, his ult looks cool, but everything else is like, I don't know. Yeah, the only thing about
Dolly on his yacht.
it felt super rushed towards the end. I was like, what the? Like the beginning felt super slow because they were just lore
Yeah,
dumping.
I
What
wonder
the
why.
fuck?
30
And then they
minutes
just
of
went like
nothing.
Mach 10.
Why? All right. So your dreams show you that he can compete with Fei Xiao in single target, which is absolutely stupid and just... I can't even think of a word for it. I would say ridiculous. Why is an erudition character competing with the all borderline hunt the word slipped my mind. Shit. What help me out here. What is Acheron? What is Acheron in lore? Emanator, thank you. The word just slipped from my brain. Fei Xiao is practically, she's not really, but she's practically the hunt Emanator. And why is a erudition character competing with Fei Xiao in single target? That makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy.
Literally, they started. I swear, one of them started rapping. They just went, but. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was literally thinking like, slow down. Like, wait for us to digest some of this info.
I don't know if you guys. I mean, obviously, some of you might understand Chinese, but like the ones that don't, like, I mean, it might be because I'm tired, but like at one point I couldn't keep up with the subtitles with how fast it was going. I was like, oh damn, okay.
Binoculars. Yo, they look banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Dude,
the beginning was like 15-minute lore dump about the whole story that you
Herda
haven't
would
played
play
yet.
the French horn.
And then it's like,
Yeah, Herda would play the French horn. This is actually so Herda coded.
They could have done like a
Only fucking weirdos
5-minute,
play the
like,
French horn.
Like it's the
This makes so much
condense that
sense.
into 5 minutes and then save the extra 10 minutes for the end.
They just shouldn't do a lore dump because I didn't do the quest yet.
Yeah, it actually
No,
kinda just
literally.
spoiled everything.
I was like, why am I getting spoiled by the devs right now?
Bro, if you don't play the story, then just quit the game, bruh.
Yeah, have you done the war story? Have you done the ZZZ story?
Bro, it just updated yesterday. I was gonna play it, but like, chill, bro.
Oh, wow.
I did play Xeno's Dojo story, but I finished Xeno's Dojo story.
Okay, well, you know, let's move. I'll go last. Let's move on to Pokey. So, what did you think?
I'm very interested in your Pokey's thoughts.
Okay. I think a lot of the points that have been said has already been said. I think
Heard
the
her hit the high
elephant in the
note in
room is
Dvorak 9.
definitely
Obviously,
gonna be
she's a
the
genius.
global passive thing. I do think that it sets a pretty dangerous precedent of like how this is gonna turn out, especially if like there's gonna be more and more units in the future of this. Because honestly, I feel like for Casuvis, the passive itself is not really something that changes everything. Because
I agree.
A heal or shield, otherwise the unit dies. So most of the time you are still
Yeah,
running
the
for
res at
sustain.
1 HP.
Yeah. So it's not something that would like break the game. But it becomes a problem if like more and more future.
And there, Mr. Pokey gets it. I'm happy that Mr. Pokey
Or,
gets
even
it.
if they introduce it to like light cones and all that kind of stuff, that would be a very, very dangerous path. So I don't really like it. But aside from this global passive, I think generally it's okay. But I think you guys did mention that towards the end, they really went like super fast. And I also could not keep up. I could not keep up, and like, especially the part where they were explaining like how do you obtain the silver and the gold thingies. It just finished in like 30 seconds. And then like when they mentioned like how all units were getting reworked or like buffed, it was like 10 seconds. It legit was like one sentence. Oh, by the way, Silver Wolf, Kafka, Jingnu, and Blade, they're getting buffed. And then they just moved on. So like towards that,
I couldn't even find who was getting buffed. I want to go back later. I was like, who got buffed? I was like, I don't know.
I missed it. My chat was screaming at me.
Yeah, it was like super great. Yeah. I think they did spend a bit too much time on like the lore and like, how they want to build up to Trope 2. They could have made it like maybe like 10 minutes less, then 10 minutes more for the second half and the first half.
The story spoilers were important, bro. They had to spoil the story.
I'll give it like a without Casuvis global passive. I'll give it like a probably 8.5 out of 10. If that show up, it's 9.
Oh,
but with the
holy
Cashier's
shit.
Grow
Wow.
passive, I think it's
That
like a-
was so
Yeah,
Wait,
it is
that's
high,
big.
bro.
That's kind of big.
It's pretty big though. I think it is pretty big. Like especially a free run, especially that shop, it will
Okay.
introduce more limited 5 stars. So if you just don't spend it now and they keep adding this kind of new limited 5 stars, you could theoretically get like very, very good E1s or like islands for your units. And you just don't
I see what he's saying. That's
Well,
not bad.
Let me just ask this question really quick though.
I mean,
Loki.
In my case, or anyone else's case who already has Ruan Mei, getting an E1 Ruan Mei is really cool. And it's really good. Getting that defense shred or resistance shred, I can't remember if it's defense or resistance. Almost the same thing. But getting that on your Ruan Mei is pretty sweet.
So anniversary live streams for any game generally will give out a lot of free things. But so in this case, they gave out the free things, but for an anniversary patch, I feel as though maybe it didn't add that much, right? Like
Only
it
for
did give
video
the free
games,
stuff,
though.
which is
Yeah, I didn't
obviously
really feel
great.
like it added much to the
but-
game. It just gave us a bunch of free stuff, which is
Yeah.
like,
I mean, technically
it's
you're
good for some
getting
people.
one free limited and another brand new, unless it's gonna be like a whole Aloy thing with like the fake collab, and then they make the brand new 5-star become like Aloy, and it's like complete dog shit. Then it has to be really
Yeah,
bad.
it's gonna be Archer and he's 2 feet
Dude,
tall. Like
wait,
Aloy,
I
yeah.
just realized what that meant. Fuck, that's just the fake collab.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
They said brand new 5-star. So like if it was a collab unit, and then it was gonna be like Aloy, oh that would be.
Hope it's not
so
an
gonna be-
Aloy.
Surely not.
Yeah. And I do like the rework for like the 50-50. So like instead of like standard, they will eventually add more units that you can choose. So I think there's more prospect. But it's just this global passive thing. I think it will just bring on the whole thing to like I would say like a 5 with the global passive. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely put a damper on things, I'd say, for a lot of people. Well, Ruby, what do you think?
I can't wait for Archer from Fate to have a global passive. Wait, can you guys hear Ruby? Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
same.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I was pissed at the
Oh, I
last
had you
Mute
turned
yourself,
down
dude.
from Lethal.
Mute yourself.
Oh,
You're interrupting Ruby. Shut up.
So yeah, I felt like at the beginning it was a little too much talking, only because like we were also eager to see casters, right? But like I said, everything you guys said is pretty much what I also think about with everything. My only biggest concern is if we get casters this year, then what is next year? You know, with the global passive, like are they going to add
Yeah.
another character with more global passes? Will they add something else? Because last year was Akron, and I thought Akron was crazy personally. So it's like, what will they do next year, and will it be a
And
good or
that's
bad thing?
No, not even next
Betting.
year. It's like next 5 months, to be honest.
Yeah, what
next
if we
month.
get? What if every character
Next few months.
after?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was a crazy like power creep. You know, I won't lie. I mean, if you're good at gaming, you probably don't even need casters maybe for like global
Yet.
passives. Yeah, but it's only like, what about the future? You know, what's gonna happen?
Yep.
Yep.
That's my
I
thoughts.
think that's totally understandable.
Yeah, pretty much what everyone
Um,
said though. I agree with everyone.
Yeah, I'll go last. Just
Ooh,
real
guy.
quick. Yeah, I agree with pretty much what everyone brought up. Some things I'd like to definitely add in though. For instance, the the new 50-50 system thing they're adding, where you can replace a few of the characters. I just find it actually comical because they created the problem, which is the 50-50 system. Now they're making a slight alteration for 3 characters that nobody wants or cares about, and people are like, "Oh my god, they fixed the 50-50." I just think
Yeah,
that's
it's not
funny
fixing the
that they
50
basically
50.
created the entire problem and are now selling the tiniest addition of a solution, and people are like, "Wow, they're listening. They care." Like, you made the problem.
Yeah, no, I see what he's
You
saying, and he's
shot
right.
yourself in the foot, and now you're putting a band-aid on top of it. So I think that's kind of funny. I do think that the update had some good things. Like, I think adding more cutscenes, that's huge. Everyone was asking
Yeah,
for that.
I
Everyone's been
agree. That's
complaining
good.
on Honkai Star Rail that they didn't have any cutscenes, that things were boring, right? That's a huge win. I think people are going to be really happy about that. They still need to work on their characters having more than 3 poses, sure, but hey, cutscenes are awesome. That's a huge win. But it felt as though the patch basically has no content. For an anniversary patch, it seems very strange that they only had like 2 events and they didn't really look all that crazy.
I agree.
They didn't add any. I think it was Brax that was saying this, or maybe it was Fob that was saying they didn't really add any like changes to endgame or add any like real meaningful content, right? It's just like, hey, here's a couple little events, which seems
I agree.
I didn't say
a
that.
bit strange. Okay, I think it
That
must
was
have been
me.
Brax then.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's so many people were talking, but it just feels as though for an anniversary patch, it kind of falls flat other than the free stuff. I know the free stuff is great. Like, you can't discount that. That's a bunch of awesome stuff. Genshu could never, all that kind of stuff. But it genuinely just felt like the other stuff was a bit half-assed, and that's kind of why they just skipped through a lot of it, in a way. They also could have really easily just not yapped at the beginning, ruining the whole story, and instead just lengthened every other part after, which we kind of already talked about. But it's like, they could have made a 1 hour stream just of like lengthily talking about everything and cutting out all the beginning. So that was a bit weird, but
I agree.
Yeah,
Do you think that they are putting more of their time into the concerts because it's in CN? Or they decide to sacrifice some of the live stream for it?
I believe that the concert has nothing to do with the live stream, really, and I think I'm surprised they didn't do a concert during the live stream. I will say I thought they were going to do some like big presentation or something, but
You probably
maybe
will
I'm-
during the
maybe
next
I'm
one.
wrong.
Like a recap
Okay, maybe
of
during
it.
the next, but yeah. So I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I don't really think the concert has too much to do with it. How I see it is the company's so big, and has all the funds they could ever need for anything, and there's no way they're putting in a large amount of the money they make back into the game.
I 100% agree with
Kind
that.
of stuff. So I mean, the concert,
And that's basically what I was saying about the
feel like
buffs.
that shouldn't be an excuse for why the live.
And I
stream doesn't have better
absolutely agree with what
or have
Genizad
more
is saying.
content.
I guess I don't really feel like I feel like it's less on the live stream. It's just more on the update, right? Because like I feel like the live stream, I honestly don't give a fuck about how they present the live stream. I just want to know what's coming up, right? Like I don't feel like there's been any live stream I've watched by Hoyoverse where I've been like, wow, what a fun live stream that was. Like I just like watched to see what the new shit is, and that's it. I don't know if other people.
Their
are like
jokes
that,
are
but
fucking lame, dude.
they don't land for sure.
Yeah, their jokes suck.
Their jokes never land. And that goes for all of Hoyoverse.
No, I just think all of HSR's live stream with Albert are 10 times better.
With
Albert, my
you like
fucking
Albert?
goat.
I don't know about 10 times, but
Albert the
No,
goat.
it's because the like as an English viewer, like when the Chinese devs are doing running the live stream, it just like doesn't flow as well. Albert, like as an English viewer, it's way more consumable and like comfortable because
Just learn Mandarin,
I mean,
learn
if we were Chinese, right? Like it would be. I'm sure it would be fine, but we're not. So you know.
Yeah, it's a DNA diff, bro. I spawned in the wrong place. I don't know what to say. Like I wish I knew Chinese, but
Yeah, well, unlucky man.
Something I'd like to ask everybody.
Yo, mods, can we pin the name of the game?
How do you feel about the future of HSR? Anyone have any thoughts? Like, what do you think about the future after seeing this live stream? And well, people, let's be honest. I'm sure a bunch of people on this call have also seen dreams or whatever you want to call them about future things and global passives. Well, kind of sounds like they're here to stay.
I've never had a dream about the game, but what I can say is that for me, I'm stuck here until the Fate collab, right? Because that's just an IP that I like so much.
Oh my god.
I'm really looking forward to the fake collab too.
I'm here until that happens, and if the game doesn't pull me back in after that, then like that's probably it, right? Because it's for me, I've kind of run out of things I feel like to do in the game. I have on my main account, I have like all the characters obviously, so I can just like clear everything, and then on my free to play, I've been able to clear everything for a while, especially like when the Herta came out, it just made everything comically easy. So I don't know, it just kind of feels like there's not really a reason for me to log in other than the story. So like once every 6 weeks I can log in, but maybe they'll add some more stuff that makes the game fun again for me. I don't know.
Anyone else?
I don't see it getting any better. It's a Hoyo game, and Hoyo games have shown that they only downgrade.
Brax, all the new monetization of mechanics are in the Fate collab. Oh shit,
because
that's crazy.
I think at least the audience, sometimes it changes over time, you know? Does that make sense? I feel like once it happens and then it passes, maybe we'll get a better idea.
Sounds very optimistic.
What about the Nopal account? Yo, we're still waiting. We're still waiting for the Fate collab.
I'll go on.
Oh no, sorry. You can go first.
I was just saying, like, comparing this anniversary reward to last year's anniversary rewards, I do feel like this year's anniversary rewards were on par or slightly better than last year's. Given that we actually got a free, like the Rame and the Luocha selector, I do think is pretty big for a lot of people.
I agree.
So them adding it and then giving you that option like for free to everyone for 2 whole patches, I think it is a pretty big reward, I would say. So it's like it shows that they are willing to like expand. I feel like 1 year ago we would never have expected them to give away like a free limited like selector. But now after kind of like the power creep of the rewards, I feel like with all the new games that's come out, I feel like there has been like a power creep in the gacha like
That's
game
so
community or,
crazy.
like the game developers.
It's kind of true
they
though.
kind of know that they also have to step up on the rewards for the players. So it feels like they are kind of keeping up with that. But it is a bit concerning, like the part about where it feels like they are pushing more heavily for people to spend
I don't usually
more,
play Wizardry on 2 times
and
speed.
then
I don't usually, although I could probably auto this and it'd be better. This would probably be like an actually fast.
So, honestly, after kind of hearing everyone's thoughts, I think now we're going to be basically just talking in circles. I think to kind of go in order, or let me start from the beginning. Everyone is on the same page, it seems like, with the global passive. And to Mr. Pokey's credit, I kind of already said this, but I'm actually really happy that Mr. Pokey is on board with what basically the general consensus is. Because as we've probably seen from the past, Mr. Pokey has a habit of saying things just completely and easily disagreeable. But it seems like everyone's on the same page that the global passive sets a bad precedent. And even though, again, Castorus's global passive is not that big of a deal in a nutshell, it's the precedent that what's the word I'm looking for? It sets that it could lead down to a path where it could be bad. And that's the problem, is that when we look into the future, what's the next character's global passive going to be? Is it going to be a damage buff? Is it going to be a crit rate buff? A crit damage buff? A 24% or 25% all type resistance buff? Or damage penetration buff? That's the problem. And that's what everyone's trying to say. And honestly, based on what we've seen, we don't know. We can't trust Hoyoverse. And that's the problem. It's the overall company. We can't trust Hoyoverse to make the right or player-friendly decisions, because as we've seen from the past, especially when we look over at Genshin Impact, they will make the anti-consumer or very predatory type decisions to fuck over the consumer. And the bigger and the overarching problem is that Hoyoverse is the top dog. Unfortunately, that is the truth of the situation in the gacha game market. And if Hoyoverse can get away with this bullshit, then all the other type of gacha game companies will look to Hoyoverse and see that this is what they did. This is how they're making money. How can we do that? If you want an example, look at the artifact system from Genshin Impact. After Genshin Impact introduced that type of artifact system, a lot of other games started incorporating something similar to that. So overall, everyone agrees the global passive is a problem. It is an overall big problem. Free when it comes to the anniversary stuff, free stuff is great. The choice between getting a free Ruan Mei or Luocha is great. Everyone who most people are definitely going to have to they're going to pick Ruan Mei. Ruan Mei is the best pick. Secondly, not a lot of interesting stuff outside of events. Just nothing really too tangible to sink your teeth in. Ethics Buster said it perfectly well. Outside of the free stuff, we're just getting more of the same old, same old. And even though I am looking forward to seeing story stuff, I do enjoy the story. I would need to see other tangible content. And the only thing we're realistically getting from this update, aside from free stuff, is story, new areas, but that's kind of par for the course. New characters, and just a few events. There's nothing really here outside of the free anniversary stuff that is there to sink your teeth into and really dive deep into any tangible content. There's just nothing really there. And I think the one thing Bob definitely said here that is a how do I say, a unpleasant truth is when it comes to these gacha games, the big market is always the CN market. The CN, and I've had a conversation with one of my viewers a while back ago. It was probably about 2 months ago, and this viewer is from China. And even though a lot of the stuff him and I talked about, I kind of already knew, he was able to kind of give me a glimpse into how very different the CN market is from the global market. And what Bob said here kind of mirrors that discussion I had with this viewer, which is culturally, even though I'm sure a lot of you guys can definitely agree that there is a big cultural difference between the Western market and the, or especially the CN market, it's a much bigger difference than you would actually anticipate. What Bob said here is, like I said, it mirrors it a lot. The CN market, realistically, for the most part, does not care. They actually enjoy this pay-to-win stuff. They actually are like... I can't stress enough how cool they are with pay-to-win stuff. Don't get me wrong, they enjoy getting free stuff, but when these companies say you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, if you spend this much money, you get this, they're totally cool with it. Like, it's just another day, another Tuesday. And what we Western viewers see as predatory, CN players just go, whatever. That's them. And if you were a Western viewer, especially if you were a person here in the US, that of course that's just going to sound backwards. It's going to sound crazy. That's going to sound strange. And that just kind of goes back to what I was saying. Culturally, CN is very, very different than the Western market, especially the US market. And it's one of those things where we'll never see eye to eye, and we'll, best case scenario, have to agree to disagree. And unfortunately, to kind of cap this off, the CN market, because it is the market that makes them the most money, especially when I say them, I mean Hoyoverse and other gacha games, because it is the market that makes them the most money, they're not going to give a shit what the smaller markets, again, like us in the Western side, think. They don't care. If it was flipped, if it was the global, the Western market that made them the most money, then they would take notice. But because we're, like Bob said, maybe 20 to 30% part of the revenue that they get, they won't care. They're not going to care. They're not going to give a shit at all. And that's why this global passive deal was never changed, and it was even doubled down on in the playtest, the dreams that we saw in the future. In every edition, it was never changed, and in actually one of the recent playtests, they added a sort of a thing. I can't exactly remember what it was called, but they added something to basically where you could see all the global passives that are on your account. So therefore showing that they're doubling down on it, that this is there for good. So that's that. Honestly, to kind of summarize my total thoughts, it's just basically going to be more of the same. Story stuff does look good. Anniversary stuff, I mean, the free stuff that we're getting is good. But overall, I don't think this made any bit of a difference whatsoever. Now with this live stream going into 3.2, yeah, it's just another patch. It's absolutely just another patch. It's more the same. And I'm now more concerned about the future of SHR than I was before this live stream. I'm going to play 3.2. Oh. Are you saying like, wow, Annie was horrible too, so no, only Gotchas has that? Well, elaborate. Where is it?
它其实是主线的一个片段。
Okay. I see what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. A lot of games that do, like, if you look at the broad, like all other live stream games, some games don't even celebrate their anniversary. And I see what you're saying. That's why I'm not really like criticizing too harshly Honkai Star Rail with its anniversary, because 30 free, like, we are getting a lot of free stuff. 30 free pulls, the choice between Ruan Mei and Luocha, and top up bonus reset, the rework. Well, we are also getting an event that's centered around the anniversary. That's why I said that the anniversary stuff does look good, because it's a lot of free stuff. But setting aside the free stuff that we're getting in 3.2 because of the anniversary, that's why I'm saying it's just more of the same. And when you, with this being said, and when you look at the future of SHR, it just leaves me concerned. And again, to kind of go back to something that really pissed me off, there's really no excuse for the delay on buffing some of these characters. A lot of these characters need buffs, and they've known this for a while now. In fact, like Genazad said, they've known this since 3.0. And so it's been 2 update patches, and they still are just twiddling their thumbs on updating these or buffing these older characters. In my humble opinion, there's no excuse for it. When you're a multi-billion-dollar company and you have all the resources in the world, there's no excuse for it. But that's ultimately my thoughts on the 3.2 live stream. More of the same. Anniversary stuff looks all right, but it did leave a lot of stuff that could have been better on the table, and there was no excuse for it. But with that being said, that's pretty much this live stream. It got kind of cut in the middle there where I disappeared. For some reason, I lost internet connection, and I don't know why. That's why I disappeared briefly during the middle of the stream. But again, thank you guys for watching. You guys have been great. If you're on the red platform, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. If you're on the purple platform, definitely hit that follow button. Again, greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, listening to my thoughts. I appreciate all of you. You guys have been great. And with that being said, thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys later.